In this video, we're going to solve a word problem that uses the distributive property as part of its solution. So let's read the problem and then figure out what it is that we need to do. The length of a rectangle is 7 feet longer than its width. The perimeter of the rectangle is 26 feet. Write an equation to represent the perimeter in terms of its width, W. What is the length of the rectangle? Okay, I don't know about you, but that's a bit overwhelming for me. That's just a lot of information coming at me at once. So I'm going to try and take it apart piece by piece. The first sentence tells me that the length of a rectangle is 7 feet longer than its width. Okay, so I know this. Let's say that this side is the length of the rectangle. Well, what do I know about that length? I know that it's 7 feet longer than its width. And then my next question is, well, do I know its width? Apparently not, because the only other numbers that I see here is the perimeter of the rectangle is 26 feet. So I don't know what the length is, I don't know what the width is. But here's what I do know. I know that the length of a rectangle is 7 feet longer than its width. So I'm going to say that this is 7 plus W. And what does W mean? Well, W is I'm going to say let W equal the width of, pardon me, I want to make sure I have enough room here, of the rectangle. Okay, so whatever the width of this rectangle is, plus 7, that's going to equal, or 7 feet to be accurate, is going to equal its length. If this is 7 plus W, then this must be W. And how do I know that? Well, because what I'm told is the length is 7 feet longer than the width. And I don't know what the width is, so that's the only choices I have, are W and 7 plus W. Okay, what else do I know? Well, I know that the perimeter of the rectangle is 26 feet. In other words, if I add up all of these sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, the sum will be 26 feet. Okay, so what is the sum of all of these sides? Well, that's 1W, that's another W, that's going to be 2W. And what am I going to add that to? I'm going to add that to the other two sides. And this is where the distributive property comes in, right? I don't just have one side that's 7 plus W. I have two of them. This side is 7 plus W, and this side is 7 plus W. So 2 multiplied by 7 plus W. And all right, what does that equal? Well, that equals the perimeter. This side plus this side plus this side plus this side equals 26 feet. Okay, let's solve this equation and then see if we can answer the question. So of course, this is going to remain 2W. This will become plus 2 multiplied by 7 plus 2 multiplied by W will equal 26. All right, so now I've got 2W plus 14 plus 2W. And that still equals 26, pardon me. All right, while I'm at it, I'm going to combine my like terms. I've got 2W and 2W. 2W plus 2W is 4W. And plus 14, and that's going to equal 26. And I may need to move to the right here in a moment. I apologize, I don't know if I have enough room. We'll see. So 4W, I'm going to subtract 14 from both sides in order to isolate my variable, or start isolating my variable. And 4W plus 14 minus 14 is, of course, 4W. And it looks like I'm starting to run out of room, so I'm going to slide up a little bit. And 26 minus 14 is 12. All right, I'm going to move to the right here. I hope that's okay with you. I'm just going to draw a line. I'm going to continue from this side. So I'm going to move that 4W equals 12 here. And I'm going to isolate the variable W by dividing both sides by 4. And W equals 3. Okay, so now I know that the width is 3. But let's go back to that last sentence and find out what did they want us to do. And what it says is, write an equation to represent the perimeter. Well, we did that. This is our equation that's representing the perimeter right here in terms of its width, w, and that's what we did. We used the variable w. And the question, this is where you have to be careful, they're not asking what the width is, they're asking what is the length of the rectangle. I know that feels like a trick question, and it's not really a trick question. It's just you must focus. You must be real clear on what you're being asked to answer. Well, if w is 3 and the length is 7 plus w, then 7 plus 3 equals 10. And our answer is 10. 10 is the length of the side of this rectangle.